Hi, welcome to class. We are going to have a stretchy one because it is toasty today. We're going to start standing. We're going to work down, don't worry. We're not going to overcommit ourselves today. So standing up, I just want you to feel into your feet. So by that, take a nice even stance, like hip distance apart, and just rock over the balls of the feet to the heels of the feet, just finding that kind of that central point where you can feel really balanced. Meanwhile, I want you just to think about the posture. So thinking about keeping the core engaged just lightly, that's enough. And I want you to think about the shoulders being back and down, okay? When you're ready, we're just going to plant the weight evenly between the balls and heels of the feet and just lift up all 10 toes, spread them nice and wide, and then plant them down. Have you ever felt so secure? Okay, here we go. I want you just to think about just drawing that core in and kind of tucking the tailbone just a little bit. So if your butt is sticking out, we're just going to draw it under. Just think like our pelvic tilts, okay? You can always just play around with that for a second, mostly because it feels nice. Okay, once we're there, keep those shoulders back and down, hands alongside the thighs, nice openness across the chest. If you're happy to close the eyes because you feel balanced enough, then do that. If not, just soften the gaze, maybe taking the gaze down just a little bit to lengthen through the neck. Okay, we're going to start with some even breathing. Just going to slowly move through that breath. If my pattern is different to yours, do your own. All right, here we go. Let's take an inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breath is softened. Slow in, slow out. Use this calmness to set yourself an intention for today's practice, or simply just be here with the breath. Your choice. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to lift the arms high above the head, reach up out of the waist. I'm going to move past the light, lifting up, take the gaze high, open through the throat, keep control of the neck. Draw the belly in. From here, right hand's going to come down, left arm's going to come over. We're going to push the hips to the left-hand side. Imagine you've got that beautiful beach ball right in the folds on the right. And we're thinking about lifting up and then coming down. We don't want to be bringing ourselves forward. If we find ourselves doing that, we just come up a little bit higher, okay? Keep pushing the left hip away. Find that really nice stretch down that left side body. And then maybe the gaze comes towards the ceiling. If you're balanced enough, maybe try it and then come straight back to center, up to you. Okay, let's switch out. The hands come to the ceiling, lift up, up, up. Take the gaze up, open the throat, draw the core in, keep control. And then the left hand comes down, the hips go over, the right hand comes over the top. Okay, and then option to take the gaze wherever feels good for you. Maybe up, maybe not. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's not hold the breath. The breath is important to our practice. Okay, let's bring the hands back up. This time round, we are going to take the right leg behind the left. Keep yourself balanced. If this is a step too far, then keep the legs side by side. And then from here, we're going to take the right hand down and that left arm over. Push those hips away from you. Okay, and then let's switch it out. We're going to take the legs side by side, left leg behind the right. Make sure you're balanced. Right arm is going to sweep over the top. Oh, definitely not balanced. Sweep over the top. The right hip moves away from you. Keep that chest lifting, that right arm rolled back. So we've got openness across the chest. Keep breathing. And then all the way back. Lovely. Let's take the arms high, reaching up out of the waist, spread through the fingers. And from here, we're going to sit back into a chair. Don't worry, we're not going to work too hard. Sinking the bottom back, lift the chest, tuck the tailbone, sit a little bit deeper. Just going to play around here and then take the hands down. From here, we're going to come into a very tight forward fold. So chest to thighs, deep bend into the knees. Think about the sit bones looking up towards the ceiling. Crown of the head reaching towards the mat. Take as wide a stance as that makes you feel secure. Take a moment here to rock over the feet. Heels to toes, heels to toes. Having the hands connected to the mat is going to help you out. You're going to feel a little bit more secure. Okay, we're going to come to a half lift. Hands to shins, lengthen the backs of the legs. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Bottom towards the back of the room. Crown of the head towards the front of the room. Push those hands into the shins to make that spine as long as you have. Gazing down towards the short edge of the mat. Going to tuck that chin to chest ever so slightly. Okay, taking that forward fold one more time here. I say one more time, it probably won't be. Okay, taking that forward fold, imagining that crown of the head reaching towards the spot between the two big toes. Sit bones looking up towards the ceiling. We're going to hang out here for a little while. As we take the inhales, we're going to just lift the chest slightly. If you need to use a block to bring the floor to you, then do. As we lift, as we inhale, as we exhale, we find our forward fold. As we inhale, we lift the chest a little bit. And we exhale, we move to where the air once was. Let's go one more time. Take the inhale, lift and lengthen just a little bit. And exhale, take that forward fold. With the hands down or on a block, we're going to pedal the heels out one at a time. As we lift through the right heel, we're going to push that left sit bone back. And then alternate, right heel comes down, left heel lifts. We push into that right butt cheek. Check you're not gripping through the kneecaps. And we lift and we lower. One at a time. Let's be honest, we're wiggling the bottom. We're loosening up through that lower back. Good time for you to work out what's feeling tight, what's feeling good, if there's any differences between one side and the other. Okay, beautiful. All right, let's come up, hands to shins, find a half lift, lengthen crown of the head to the top of to the front wall. Bottom towards the back wall, shoulders away from the ears, find space, draw the belly in. And then take that forward fold. Start to stack each vertebrae on top of one another, soft bend through the knees. I really would encourage you to take your time here. We've been upside down for a little while. Make sure you're keeping your gaze fixed on something so that you can keep your balance. And then once you're up, take a moment, resettle, find a point to stare at so you don't fall over, and then bring the arms high. Reach up out of the waist, spread through the fingers, lift the chin to the ceiling, draw the shoulders back and down. Okay. From here, we're going to take the hands to the hips. We're going to start to take weight into that right leg. We're going to just slowly lift that left leg up off of the mat. See if we can extend it out to the left-hand side. This is about as core focused as we're going to get today. Just finding that balance through the right leg and that work through the core as we're lifting that left leg away. If you've got a little bit more to give on this hot day, lift the arms, keeping the gaze fixed on something, finding that balance. And we return hands to hips and then close the legs out. Beautiful. All right, let's go on the other side. Bring those arms high, lift up out of the waist. Take the gaze up, open the throat, and then hands to hips. Take the weight into that left foot. Remember, we planted the foot earlier. If you need to lift the toes and plant them back down, do. Right leg begins to extend away from you, finding that strength through the core. I'll turn to the side, that's probably better, isn't it? Okay, once you're happy here, keep thinking about growing tall through the crown of the head. And then if you want a little bit more, we can lift those arms and maybe come down a little bit on the left side, lifting through that right side a little bit more. If you find yourself falling forward, then come up a little bit, reset yourself. Hands to hips, and then close the legs out. Perfect. All right. From here, should we play around with tree? Because we are standing, okay? It does seem like that's a fun thing to do. Okay, we're going to use that right leg as our standing leg. Use a block if you need a bit of stability here underneath that left foot. If you don't, that's fine too. Again, we're looking at that contact points between the foot and the mat and the foot. So spread the toes, anchor down, find those points of contact through that right foot. And then options, the left sole of the foot can come to the inner calf. It can come a little bit higher up onto the calf or up onto the thigh. We want to avoid the joints, okay? So if you're on the knee, stay away. We're going to open the hips out. That left knee is opening out. We're pushing the sole of the foot into the thigh and the thigh into the foot, okay? Both are pushing. Nice openness through the chest. Focus in on a point that's not moving so that we don't wobble. Take the arms out to cactus arms. Open across that front body. Lift through the crown of the head. Grow your tree a little bit taller. Keep pushing sole of the foot and thigh towards one another. Keep drawing that left knee open. Find the hip opening too. Smile. You're a tree. But adults, we don't get to play around very often. It's fun. All right, maybe we can play in the wind. I don't know. Left elbow is going to come down. Right elbow is going to lift. Back to standing, or back to straight, and then drop that right elbow. Left elbow is going to lift. Maybe one side was much easier for you than the other. Maybe not. Back to center. Just for fun, if you want to close off your eyes, make sure you've got some space to fall. I find this so difficult, but it's always good to challenge the balance, right? Okay, once you're there, the arms can come down. We can take that left foot down too. I find closing the eyes so difficult. I really visualize it and then boom, gone. Okay, here we go. So you're going to anchor down through that left foot this time. Lift up those toes, spread them, plant them down. That is going to be your base. From here, try and recreate what you just did on the other side. So if you were here, perfect. If you were here, perfect. If you were higher up, perfect. See if we can. If not, then that's okay too. Once you're happy, get your balance and find your position. Okay, lovely openness across the hips. Draw that right knee away. Sole of the foot and thigh pushing in towards one another. Grow tall through the crown of the head. Treat yourself to a little smile. Why not? Okay, nice. Once we're here, once we're happy, take those arms out, the cactus arms. Draw those shoulder blades together, elbows towards the back corners of the room. Draw the core in, the tailbone under slightly. Make sure that the butt isn't sticking out. Okay, gosh, there's so many instructions. Sorry. Okay, taking the gaze forward. All right, a little bit of play. Let's lift through the right elbow, lower through the left. Remember to breathe. More of cue to myself as I hold my breath. Come back to center. That's it. Nice. Right elbow comes down, left elbow lifts. Back to center. All right, this is where the fun starts. Okay, focus on something that's not moving. Really focus. If you closed your eyes, you could paint a picture of it. That's how focused you are. And then if you want to close your eyes, go ahead and do so. Have a, oh, it's better than it was. Okay, perfect, great, brilliant. All right, lower that right foot down. Take a moment just to wiggle the heels. Move around a little bit, have a little jig, a little dance. All right, okay, we're going to stand at the top of our mat. Anchor down again. We're going to take the arms high, reach up out of the waist, and then take a forward fold. Going to hinge from the hips, take the chest down towards the thighs. Use that block to meet the hands if you want to bring the floor up to you. If not, hands can come to the floor. Start to pedal those heels out one at a time. Wiggle through the bottom. Okay. From here, we're going to take that left foot back, and then we're going to drop the back knee and untuck the toes. We're going to come into a lunge. Okay, from here, my mat is all curled up. I'm just going to adjust it because I've got no space. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, we're going to bend through that front knee. We're going to move those hips forward and down, and we're just going to plant ourselves here for a moment. We're going to take opposite elbows and then draw those elbows away from us, lifting them up. Find that stretch across the shoulders. Keep those hips moving forward and down. Keep that core lightly engaged. Can we take the opposite shoulders, switch that arm grip over? Okay, releasing. If you've got a block, take the hand to the right side. On top of that block, lift that left arm up and then draw that left arm all the way over. Find that stretch through that left side body. Maybe bringing that chest around slightly towards the right side. Just getting that deep, deep stretch through that hip flexor on the left into the ribs on that left side. Check out what's happening with that right shoulder. If it's up near your ears, draw it away. Find some more space in the body. Keep lifting the crown of the head up and then around. Okay, back to our center. Once we're here, shift the weight over that left knee and then take the toes on the right side to the ceiling. We are all about lengthening through the backs of the legs today. Using the block if you need a little bit of stability. Perfect. Move the belly out of the way. Take a fold towards the big toe on that right side. Lifting on the inhales through the chest. On the exhales, lowering just a little bit more. We want to keep a nice long spine. So if you find that you're rounding over the top, just come up a little bit. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what it looks like, it matters how it feels. So finding all that space through that back body. Okay, we're going to bend through that right knee and then switch the block to the other side. Hands going to come down, tuck the back toes, lift through that back knee. We're going to take the right foot back to join the left, come into a down dog momentarily. Just going to start to pedal those heels out. Really take your time. One heel down, wiggle through the bottom. Alternate left heel down, wiggle through the bottom. Okay, we're thinking about the sit bones looking up towards the ceiling. We have a lovely long spine. The elbow creases are looking at one another. The triceps are wrapped around. The neck is relaxed and the breath is even. Okay, from here, that left foot is going to come through the hands. We're going to come down onto the back knee and untuck the toes. Use that block on the left side if you need it. So we're going to start by just coming into a lunge, just moving those hips forward and down, lifting belly button towards that front wall so we've got some nice space through that back body. We're going to bring the elbows towards us, and then we're going to have the palms of the palms of the hands facing us, and then we're going to open them out. Find that stretch across the shoulders, lift those elbows a little bit higher if you've got some space for it. Keep yourself breathing. All right, we're going to remove those elbows from away from us. We're going to take this hand down to that left block, lift that right arm up, find some space, lift, lift, and lift, and then take that right arm over. Maybe as we move the chest round ever so slightly towards that front left corner of the room, we get a little bit more space in that front body. As we exhale, we can move where the breath was, a little bit more space. All we want is space. All right. Coming back round to center, shift the weight back over that right knee. We're going to turn the toes on the left side towards the ceiling. Use a block if you need to. Going to move the belly out of the way, keep the hips nice and level. Take a forward fold over the top of that left knee, or bringing the chin towards the big toe or the top of your mat. And just keep breathing here, using the exhales to fold just a little bit more. Okay, drawing that left hip in towards the body. Okay, left foot is going to come flat. We're going to get rid of the block for a moment. Hands are going to come down. Let's tuck the toes, push back, lift through the back knee, and that left foot is going to join the right. Pedal the heels out. Wiggle through the bottom. Okay. From here, left foot's going to stay down. We're going to go right leg high, reaching the toes to the ceiling. Keep the hips level to start. Okay, we're going to open the hips to the right, left foot towards the bottom. Squeeze the glutes to push those hips forward. And then we're going to take the foot to the outside of that right hand. Once we're there, keeping that back knee lifted, just rock over the balls of the left foot, just finding a little bit of movement through the hips. And then once you're happy, get yourself to a point where you're comfortable to stay. If you want to use that the block on the left side to bring the floor up to you, then do. We're going to take ourselves around to the right side, lift through that right arm, bringing the ribs around with you. Maybe that right hand lifts, maybe it comes all the way behind you. rolling that right shoulder back. Keep thinking about a strong back leg. The back of the knee is touching the ceiling. If you need to drop into that knee because the legs are tired, then do. Always an option. Okay, we're going to bring the chest around, bring the hands down. Going to move the block over. Hands are down. We're going to tuck the back toe, lift the back knee if it's not already lifted. Right leg joins left. Pedal the heels in your down dog. Wiggle the bottom. Is it really a down dog if you're not wiggling your tail? Okay, that left leg is going to come high. Keep the hips nice and level to start with. Remembering to breathe. Opening the hips to the left foot towards the bottom. Squeeze the glutes, the hips move forward as the glutes are squeezing. And then that left foot is going to come through to the outside of that left hand. Just moving over the ball of that right foot. Find some movement through the hips. Okay. And then we're taking that block underneath the right hand if you need to bring the floor to you. And then open the ribs round to the left side, lifting that left hand high. The skin on the back of that right knee is touching the ceiling, making sure we're strong through that back leg. And if you want to take the back knee down, then do. Always an option. That left hand can wrap all the way behind you to touch the top of that right thigh. Lots of options here. Taking the gaze wherever feels good, maybe towards that left shoulder. Keep finding space through the front body, thinking about the belly button reaching towards the front. Okay. We're going to unwind a little bit, coming back to wherever we started. But we're not going to get up this time. We're down. Take that left knee underneath the hips, coming into a table. I want to just spend a little bit of time here just working out what feels good. So if you like a traditional cat-cow, then stick with it. If you want to do whatever you want to do at this point, then do. So maybe you're moving over the knees. Maybe you're in a hovered table, so you're coming off the knees. Maybe you are moving your spine in a circular motion. Maybe you're moving from a child's pose and then coming all the way back up. Honestly, this is your moment to listen to what your body needs and do it. Seeing if we can balance ourselves out. If you're moving in one particular direction, is that because you need to be more focused on that side or that way? In everyday life, consider how you sit day to day. Maybe you cross your legs in a particular way. Just useful to pay attention. Okay. Wherever you're at, take 2 more breaths wherever you are, and then come back towards a table where we can both meet. Okay. Nice. All right, from here, we're going to cross the ankles and come back onto the bottom. We're going to bring that right leg out in front of you. Draw that left foot nice and closely in. If you're tight through the hips and want to sit on a block to give you a little bit more space, then that's great too. Go ahead. Left hand is going to come behind you. Sitting up tall, we're just going to take hold of that left thigh and draw yourself around. Okay. From here, coming back through, we're going to cross that left ankle foot over the top of the right, sitting up tall. we're going to start to turn, bringing that right forearm in towards the thigh and twisting just a little bit deeper this time. If we haven't quite got space for it, then go back to where you were. If you want to do the fun, funky thing with the elbow catching on the thigh and you want to spread through the fingers, which I always think looks pretty cool, but doesn't feel amazing for me, but I kind of like the waving of the fingers. But do as you please. I want you to think about the length through the crown of the head and the spine. And if you start to rock back into that left hand, use it as a kickstand, hold your form. And then releasing. Come back to center. Let's swap the legs, starting by bringing that right foot close in towards the thigh. And then just drawing that left thigh, right thigh into that left forearm, and then coming round on that right side. Again, use the right hand as your kickstand to give you that long spine. The left heel we want to push into. Okay. As we release, we're going to cross that right foot over the top of that left thigh now. If you don't have space for it, that's okay. We go back to where we were. Drawing that chest round, really push through that right hand to give you that space. Maybe you catch elbow to thigh, spread through the fingers. Maybe you take hold of that thigh and use that as leverage to draw the ribs round. Okay, let's come all the way back round. From here, I am going to give you the option. You can lay down. If you want to go by a boat, feel free. My boat will be probably a little bit more like the Titanic, unfortunately. But feel free. You're going to come into boat if that's where you want to be. Draw the thighs towards the chest. Lift through the shins. Find the core and then close that gap between your thighs and your chest. Gosh, it's so warm. I really promised myself I wouldn't say it. I did it anyway. Okay. If you're here, then we're here. We're going to take the right toes down, left toes down. Just tap them out. We'll go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reset your boat, chest to thighs. Okay, we're going to extend away and we're going to come back together and we're going to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and oh my gosh, my boat has sunk. 1. Find your way to your mat. I don't mind how you get there. It doesn't matter to me. But once you're there, I'm so ashamed. Once you're there, just find what you need to do to reset, to decompress, to take a moment just to wiggle those knees from side to side, maybe in a windscreen wiper legs. Maybe you're in a tight ball and need to just make little circles on the lower back, whatever it might be. Just beginning to reset. And then once you're there, just take the right leg away from you. We're going to draw that left knee in towards the shoulder. Just find some length through that right leg. Knee comes in on the left side to the shoulder, just misses the ribs. Bring those shoulders away from the ears. Dip the chin slightly to chest. Okay, I'm going to extend that left leg away. That right knee is going to come in this time past the ribs in towards the right shoulder. I'm going to push through both heels. Open chest, shoulders away from the ears, chin slightly towards the chest too to lengthen through the neck. And then releasing. Take the feet flat, just windscreen wiper those legs from side to side. Okay. And then from here, you pick how you would like to rest. Maybe the feet are wide and the knees just fall in towards one another. Maybe you're laying out on your mat, allowing yourself to lay out, palms up, open chest. Just find a place that you're really happy to rest in. And just allowing any last bits of movement to happen. Using this time to settle the breath as you breathe in and you breathe out. I want you to picture yourself on a cool summer's evening. You can hear the birds singing, the gentle movement of a very light breeze moving the flowers and the trees. Your day is done. You breathe in and you breathe out. That feeling of relaxation fills you up. Knowing that you are done. Breathe in and you breathe out. You feel that light touch of the breeze on your skin. The gentle movement of the grass beneath your body. You settle into the breath, the heaviness overtaking you. You breathe in and you breathe out. Moment by moment, the air cools around you. The bright blue sky begins to turn. Slowly the clouds are disappearing. And the evening sunset is here to remind you that your day is done. The colours in the sky give you the peace you need to rest. You just breathe in and you breathe out. You know it is time for you to move to bed now. Slowly and carefully, you revisit your intention from the beginning of class today. Beginning to slowly awaken the body. Wiggle of the fingertips, a wiggle of the toes. Just moving perhaps a rock from side to side. a wiggle through the body to remind you how to move. Feel proud of giving yourself a little bit of time today. And when you're ready, slowly and carefully, you can make your way back up to a seated position.